Let's talk about the best lead magnet for attracting high ticket clients that's working right now. As you know, there's a ton of lead magnets out there. And what do I describe as a lead magnet? It's essentially anything that you use to get a potential coaching client's name, email, and hopefully phone number so you can communicate with them. And so there's a number of ways, and I'm not going to go through them all, but the things that a lot of coaches are using right now is they're driving people to a registration page, then getting them to a video. They watch that video. Here's the problem with that. Those videos are only getting about a 20 to 30% consumption rate. And the amount of people who go through them, percentage-wise who finish them, is terrible. A lot of cases, 0, 5%, 10%. It's a disaster, okay? And the next thing is just the simple, here's my free PDF, where a lot of people go to ChatGPT and get some content made and be like, hey, just give me your name and email. I'll give you this amazing free content. The consumption rate on that is literally like 5%, okay? And you can see how many people click your email and how many people download it. It's very little. And then how many people become clients off that? Hardly anybody, okay? Now, the other thing coaches are doing these days is live webinars. They're launching a webinar on the first of the month in terms of their ads or promotions or whatever. And they're like, I'm doing a big live webinar on the 15th. 15 days from now. And I'm going to have this amazing webinar and it's going to be so awesome. Guess what they find out? They're getting a 5%, 10, 15, 20% show up rate. So like, I had 100 people register for my live webinar and 18 showed up. So common, it's not even funny anymore. It's actually quite sad. Or what a lot of coaches are doing is they're like, hey, let me sell them something cheap, upsell them to something expensive, and it's just not working. And so those are the main things. The other thing that coaches are trying right now is you're seeing these 3-day challenge, 5-day challenges where you just do a live thing on Zoom or whatever, 3, 4, 5 times in a row, and then get them into your coaching program. The problem with all these things is they're not effective for cold traffic. So specifically, if you're trying to get clients using Facebook ads, which in coaching over 1,200 coaches over the years, I've never seen a market not work on Facebook ads better than LinkedIn or something like that. When I mean Facebook ads, I mean Facebook and Instagram. They are both interchangeable. You can use both or one or the other. So here's what happens is the problem that's happening. So those are the ones that aren't working. Here is the problem. The problem that's happening is consumption rate and trust, okay? Let me say it again. Sometimes my Canadian accent sounds bad with the first one there. Consumption rate and trust. Here's the problem with consumption rate. You need people to consume your stuff before they will ever want to book a call with you. You can get call bookings all day long, but they're not going to show up and buy. You can get cheap call bookings. You get I talk to coaches all the time. They're like, yeah, I hired these agencies or people to do my ads for me, and I'm getting calls booked for like $20, but none of them are showing up, and the people who do don't even know who I am, okay? You need something to get a high consumption rate so they consume your stuff, see you as the only option, build trust, and then book a call. And the secret strategy that we use is this: automated webinars that start every 15 minutes. I've been successfully using them for 10 years, 12 years, and the more things change, the more things stay the same. Here's the psychology behind using a proper automated webinar if you're trying to get cold traffic to become a client through a call booking process. Here's what you need to understand. The first thing is this: most lead magnets are easy to sign up for and there's no commitment. You need a commitment because you want committed people, okay? Buying a $5 thing isn't a commitment. It's a $5 commitment. Signing up for a free ebook or free report, free video requires nothing. On your phone, a lot of you have it pre-populated in your settings, right? It types your name in, boom, 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 email, you got it. You don't even check your email, right? It's like, oh, what's this? Who did I sign up for this from? So there's no commitment. The nice thing about the automated webinar is that when they register, they know they got to show up for a webinar. I have a webinar that's had 32,000 registrations, 71% show up rate, okay? And the average person stays, I can get on a 70-minute automated webinar, about 50% I can get to 70 minutes, which is the end, roughly within a few minutes of the end, okay? So it gets a high show up rate, which signals a committed person. Do you want committed people or do you want uncommitted people? You want committed people because they're the ones who buy coaching, not interested people. So that's the first thing. Second thing is trust. What happens is in the coaching space right now, nobody trusts anybody. It's not that everybody's evil or anything like that. They're just so overwhelmed. They're so scattered. They have so low confidence in a lot of stuff. They just don't trust anybody. They maybe been through programs that haven't worked and so on and so forth. So they just don't trust anybody. So you need a mechanism to get them through to build trust immediately. And that's the great thing about these automated webinars. If you do them right, you can build trust through a proper process, okay? And get them to the end and want to book a call. But there are some more important things that I want to talk about of why this works so well and why you need to start using it. Before we get to that, just remember, if you're in our Skool community, click the link below. There's a link to our calendar, and we would like to offer you our 15-minute free Skool success call. We're going to get on the phone with you, and we're going to look at what you're doing, give you some feedback on changes, some strategies to use, what not to do, ideas, how to run your ads better, automated webinar strategies, all that kind of stuff. It's 15 minutes, nothing to buy, nothing for sale. Don't bring your credit card. It's all just a part of being in our free Skool community that you're most likely in. If you're not, the link to join is right below it. So make sure you book that call, hit that link, book that call, come back to this video so that we can help you for free. So you don't have to scour the internet trying to figure everything out or worry about getting sold on a call. It's not a sales call. All right? So click that link, book that call. Also, hit the subscribe button. So right above here. So that way you can get all the updates. I create all kinds of trainings here on YouTube, and you won't be able to know about them unless you hit the subscribe button. So do that. Now, the best reason why I like automated webinars, beyond the first two reasons, is because what it does, and a lot of coaches don't know this, is when you're running paid ads, you're creating a feedback loop for Facebook. So for example, if I register for your automated webinar, I show up. Once I register, I can do show ups or registers or whatever, but it pixels me and then sends that data back to Facebook. And then Facebook goes into your audience and finds more people who look like the people who are registering. And if more committed people are registering, that means it's more than likely to find you more committed people. Because remember, Facebook's only ever going to reach maybe 0.5% of your audience. You don't have the budget. You'd have to spend millions to get out to your whole audience. So it only goes to a super small part of your audience. And this way is when you're doing this, it gets into a super small, super qualified part of your audience. Whereas if you're using a lot of these low quality lead magnets, what happens is they're just getting interested people. I sign up to stuff all day long. Oh, let's see what this is. Oh, let's see what that is. Let's see what they're doing here. I don't respond to any of it. I don't care. I'm just looking, seeing ideas. I'm not committed, right? And so when they sign up for a free video or free report or all that kind of stuff, people are not committed. Those are not committed people. Those are interested people. And then Facebook goes into your audience, finds more interested people, and that's how you wind up with a whole bunch of broke people. So what do you wind up with? Cheap leads, lots of book calls that are super cheap that nobody shows up for, and the ones who do are broke and don't buy. Well, what's the point of that, right? If you're trying to take your coaching business to the next level, we need qualified leads who are committed, who show up on these webinars, who stay, who book calls, and who show up on the calls and who buy. That's what you want, right? So that's why you need to do this and hook it into having the right ad strategy. What is that right ad strategy? Hit the link below, book your 15-minute Skool success call, and we'll map it out for you, show you what's working now on the ads in terms of the best strategy to do with this, how we do it, how we recommend it, and what's working now. So that way you don't have to spend your days posting on Facebook and organic, doing live webinars, doing these challenges, creating endless amounts of ebooks, because you got to remember, as more and more content gets created by AI, and as all these coaches are just creating these chat GPT ebooks and garbage content, Sure, it's good, but nobody reads it. Nobody cares. So they're just flooding the marketplace with low-end content that nobody reads. It's just going to continue to devalue these lead magnets. So we need something that stands out that can get them in and send them through to get them to become a client. So get that going, and that's what you need to do. All right, make sure you click the link below, book your free Skool call, and we're going to walk you through how to do all this and the ad strategy around it so you don't have to keep getting bad quality leads from your lead magnets. See ya.